Chaz, into week 2 of renovations here at St James Park. Before we get into that, I just wanted to start with a common question we've been seeing on social media from people is, why do we do this every year? And I thought, well, why don't you just explain, there's a reason to this.
Okay, why do we do it every year? Basically because we want the best pitch that we can afford. Same right across the whole board of the club. We want the best that we can afford. So the reason we do it, we kill it off every year. And the bare minimum we do is we kill all the old grass off because we've got weed grasses coming in, blowing in on the wind. And over a 2 to 3 years, they'll colonise the pitch, which is what we don't want. So that's annual meadowgrass. So that's one of the prime reasons why we kill it off and start again. And secondly, this surface, in order basically all the way through the season, we compact it, we roll it, we cut it, we reduce the drainage infiltration rates by all the things we do. We add loads of fertilizer, we basically artificially grow the grass, we push the grass as hard as we can, and we clean out the surface. So we start again every year with a brand new surface. This year we've done a hell of a lot. This is like the 3rd year of the 3-year cycle. So this is the big year where we turn the surface over, we put more fibres in so it keeps it a bit stiffer. And this year we've done a lot of drainage in this corner. We put extra primaries in, so extra pipe drains in. And to be honest, when the lads were putting those drains in, they were commenting on even 6 inches below the surface, we've got old house bricks in there. So this is not a constructed pitch. This is a soil-based pitch, an old pitch, which we are eking out every year. We push it and push it and push it before 1 year where we'll have to do the whole thing, which is best part of 1.5 to 2 million pounds. So every year we spend sort of 80 to 100 grand. We keep the drainage open. We put more sand slits in. That's what we're doing at the moment. This year we're also upgrading the irrigation system, those centre sprinklers, which are all important to get that surface ready for the players to play on, keep the ball running really slickly. We're changing the sprinklers, so you'll notice that we've got sprinklers that now go 2 directions. So we've got the main spray and then a secondary spray out the back, so we get that optimum surface when the players run out to play, which is what they request and they insist on, so they can play that slick ball movement across the floor. But yeah, we do it because we can afford it, and we do it because it's the best thing to do. Clean the surface out, start from scratch, go again. Because if we didn't, over time, the drains would just block up, or the surface of the drains wouldn't block up, but the surface would not let the water through. So if we reinvigorate it every year, then we've got half a chance of keeping it going all season. And I think apart from we lost a women's game, but apart from that, we didn't lose any games last year. We were close to that last one of the seasons, but that's because it's coming to the end of its life, or the top is anyway, so we need to get into it and open it up again. So a lot of words there, all saying exactly the same thing. It's basically because we want the best surface we can produce, and that is by shaving it off every year and starting again with new grass, new seed, new cultivars every year. They come up with new cultivars of grass seed, better. They're developing them all the time, and we can keep putting new stuff in.
Is it even more important this year as well, after the extra games we had in there last year and the weather effect, that you do this extra work?
Yeah, I think all the extra games did was reduce the grass cover, because it just wore the grass out. There wasn't enough time between the games for the grass to recover. And then when we went into that really dormant spell through those darker months, we just didn't have the grass cover. And then that just compounds everything and makes it very difficult to produce. Watering grass, is great because you get water on the leaf. Watering soil, bare soil, which is, we had some areas, just turns it into mud, which is where we were really, really fighting with what the best method was. And towards the end of the season, you may have noticed, the discerning people who watch what we're doing, is we actually changed the program on the irrigator to do 2 irrigators instead of 4, and that covered a wider area and stopped those puddlings. So all the time we're trying to be innovative about how we produce a surface that the players want, but we were just right up against it once we lost grass cover in the middle of the winter.
Looks like work's been going on at a rate of knots here as well over the last week and a bit. I mean, what is left to do?
Okay, so we're waiting one last load of sand to finish off the drains on the other side. and it's all been rolled in, and then it will be hopefully this time tomorrow all the sand will be on and all the car park will be starting to be cleared up, and then they'll be doing the final levelling, the final raking, seeding, fertilising, and then I'll be saying goodbye to Chaplows for one more year. Been an amazing team this year, the Chaplows team. We've had Tom before and we were really impressed with his standard of work before, and I've actually requested him every year now, so I've told him that he can't have a holiday when I need my renovations doing. So yeah, we get really getting well with Tom and the team that he's got, and Chaplows have been fantastic for us. They work with us fantastically, and we all talk the same language, and they love a bacon sarnie.
I guess then it's a case of seeding and waiting for that exciting day where you see the first sprouts.
Yeah, I would imagine this time of year with what we're doing now, it'll be a few days, and the grass will be up, especially with the new sprinklers. I'm really got my high hopes for them, and so it's a bit of a waiting game for me. We're cracking on out the training ground with other work, and we're sort of away, sort of bringing supplies into them if they need them. But yeah, so we're sitting on our hands as far as the stadium goes because they're the experts. We just leave it to them, and we'll come in as soon as the grass starts growing, and really looking forward to it, and sort of looking forward to a bit of a rest period over the next 3 weeks, and then game on for grass cutting and what we do best, preparing pitches.
And it's not just here; it is the training ground where you've got a lot of work going on. How's that going, and how are you managing?
Yeah, great stuff. We've spent a lot of money on pitch 2. We've improved that because that's going to be our sort of banker pitch for as and when we do what we're affectionately calling the plateau out there, which will be a dedicated couple of pitches side by side for the first team. Obviously, we need an influx of finances for that. It's not something you're just going to do off the cuff because it's serious money. But we're preparing the site for that day when we say yes, we're ready to go, and then it'll just be seamless. Everything's in place, and pitch 2 will come into its own then and the money we've spent this year we'll be thankful for, because it's going to be able to take a lot more wear, which we will have to do because the top end of the site will be out of action for several months, in particular this when they come back pre-season and into the season. So, but either way, we're preparing ourselves for that day where the green light is given to the plateau.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you've been in this field of work for over 15 years here with us now. What is it about the job and the groundsman's world that keeps you excited and keeps you motivated to try and be the best we can?
Bonkers, probably. It's probably the best way. It's not really a job. It's just a lifestyle. It's every moment you're thinking about whether you're waking up when it rains and thinking, oh great, that's the other night when it was raining, I was actually sitting up drinking a cup of tea thinking, yes, got a load of rain. But yeah, no, I don't know. I've always done it, and I really enjoy it. I absolutely love it. It's a great job, and it's really tough some days. That second to last game of the season, stood in this very corner actually, pushing water off as the players were up the other end, was not much fun, but we got a game on and we made it happen, and it's just an amazing job, and it get great job satisfaction, and even this, in a couple of weeks time when the grass is on it, I can, me and my team can go, we played a part in that, we sort of orchestrated it, and same at the training ground now, we're cutting grass, but we sort of plans we put in place over the last 6 months, and it's a great job. And the other great thing about it is the plants, although they're a living creature, they don't answer back or talk back, so it's not like I have to deal with loads of people, which to be fair I'm not that great at sometimes.
I think it's quite good that we get quite a lot of interest from the supporters as well around your line of work and that, and if they do have any more questions, maybe we'll see if we can get some before the next time we catch up with you. Were you happy to answer those? Yeah,
I'm happy to answer questions. So don't get involved in the social media stuff because it's just ping pong, and I don't want to get involved in that side of stuff, but obviously if there's regular questions, then we can answer those questions, and to the best of our ability, and hopefully give the supporters an understanding of where all their their ticket money goes and where their sponsorship money goes and everything else, which, you know, is investing back into the club.
I'm sure you've still got plenty to do here as well, so we'll let you get crack on with that.
Yeah, thank you very
Thanks for
much,
your time.
and speak to you in a few days.